Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Machedo is the best.
Hi there, Machedo. Speaking to you from Machedo.com. Who's Machedo and Think Personal Branding? Today the date is 3rd April 2018. Time right now is 10:37. Okay, I just wanted to share with you my new morning routine. For those of you interested to know my morning routine, I've been experimenting with this for the past, I think, 3 weeks or so. And finally, I found one that really works out for me. So see if it helps you, and let me know your thoughts down below. All right. So before, my morning routine was I would get up in the morning. I would do a 10-minute or 15-minute meditation session. Then I would do a 10 to 15-minute breathing session. After that, I would do a little bit of exercise, say again for 15 minutes, and then I would shower. So each activity was kind of like 15 minutes at a stretch. Meditation 15 minutes, breathing 15 minutes, the Wim Hof method, then exercise, any kind of exercise, push-ups, squats, rows for 15 minutes, and then shower for 15 minutes, where as I would shower, I would watch an educational YouTube video. It primarily would be Tim Ferriss, Tony Robbins, or it would be, I would even experiment with new guys like Gary Vaynerchuk and just listen to what they had to say. Following that, that is 1 hour is over. After that, I would dedicate the next 3 hours for creative work. And those days, my target, if you follow me from November onwards, it was adding like 10,000 answers to Quora. That was my goal. Ever since I left Quora, or they banned me, I decided to restructure my goals, because you need to constantly change and evolve. So I decided Quora was no longer adding value to me, so I switched over to Medium, to my website, to YouTube and Google. So I asked myself, okay, what can I do that can add value to people, at the same time benefit me? Because, end of the day, if I'm doing anything or you're doing anything, it should benefit you. Others, what's the point? So after experimenting, this is my new morning routine. So now it is, I get up in the morning. Immediately after getting up, I inform my wife, and she prepares espresso with less or no sugar. It's not sugar, it's the sugar-free. I'm trying to cut down on this. So immediately as she prepares coffee, I sit down with my game. I like my, I have this strategy game. I just check the updates. I'm being frank and honest with you. So as I'm checking that, I'm sipping my coffee, and I'm dressing up to go for my morning jog. So get up in the morning and get ready to go for the jog, okay? Now, by jogging or running, it's more or less a very slow pace, because you need to understand, for 2 years, I didn't do any exercise. So I just go 2 kilometers, not more than that, 2.5. So even if it's raining, even if it's sunny, even if it's blazing hot, even if I get up at 12 o'clock in the afternoon because I slept late, whatever time, as soon as I get up, I start sipping my coffee. On my iPad, I check my game, so I'm getting ready. And after dressing up, I go out for my morning jog. And it's 2.5 kilometers. That's about it. Very brisk pace. Now, here's another interesting thing. As I'm doing the morning jog, which is around, let's say, half an hour to 45 minutes, I am listening to an educational app. That is Blinkist. Those of you, you can just check it out. Blinkist is, they give you the full book, a full book. They summarize it in 5 minutes. So 5 to 10 minutes. So as I'm going for my morning jog, I'm able to complete at least 2 to 3 books. Now, I'm not bragging about this, or I'm not showing off. I'm not listening to the books to tell people, oh, I read, 10 books this week. No. The reason I'm listening to these books, audio books, which is in a summarized version of 5 minutes, is for me to get creative ideas, is for me to get, any idea or any suggestion or any thought that can add value to my life. So as of now, I have finished around 32 books. I've not mentioned it anywhere on social media, but I'm listening and reading to these books, listening to these books just to get a spark, a small spark. And one of them was a pretty good idea in terms of SEO, which I'm experimenting right now. So until I achieve results, I don't want to make it public. So this is what I do. So I get up in the morning, I immediately dress up. So as I'm sipping coffee, just check my game. It hardly takes like 5-10 minutes, dress up and check my game. Then I go for a half an hour to 45 minutes jog. At the same time, I'm listening to an educational program. And by the time I come back, it is, I have my breakfast. My breakfast is predominantly the same thing. It's just eggs, 2 to 3 eggs with butter, not oil, butter, because that is what really fuels my system. I don't have any sugar. But if I'm feeling dehydrated because of the intense heat, I have watermelon or I have a fruit. So you shouldn't have too much because then it shoots up your glycemic index and then you're not actually losing any fat, or it doesn't help your system. So after I finish that, after finishing my shower, getting ready, then what I do is, before it used to be like adding creative work, creating stuff. Now I'm not actually creating stuff. Now my focus is to make some money. So what I do is all my activities are centered around what can add value that would make me money fast. So if there's a client who I know I can negotiate and close down a deal, I'll do that. If there's someone I can reach and market my services, that's what I do. And I cut down any activity that wastes my time. So if there's anybody who sends me, I want a free service, I try to negotiate a deal and close it down fast. So the reason for this is, for the next 6 months, I don't look too far ahead, is to make maximum money. So if I were to summarize, get up in the morning, get ready, dress, check my game, then go for my morning jog while listening to an educational program, come back and then focus on making money. And that will be for the next 2 to 3 hours, after which I take a break. And then I focus on the creative tasks. So you see the difference between before. It was the win-off method, which I no longer follow because I'm using when I'm doing exercise. I used to do like 15 minutes exercise while watching YouTube videos and, doing rows or push-ups. So now I've switched over to a more difficult kind of new exercise. So it shocks my body, brings in more oxygen. And remember, aerobic is much better than anaerobic. And finally, I'm focusing more on money-making activities and not just creating new stuff. So this is my new morning routine that I suggest to you. Try it out. See how does it work for you. And keep this in mind. 2 factors that really help in making this morning routine successful. One is you have to prepare all the stuff the night before. So what I tell my wife, as soon as I come from my exercise outfit is dripping with sweat, I tell her, just wash it quickly and put it out to dry so it's ready for the next day. And once it's dry, she keeps it ready. So it's ready in a place. I can just go there, wear it, and go out. The second thing is you need support. So my wife supports me. She prepares the coffee. She keeps my clothes ready. She puts it to wash. So that kind of helps me. And make it easy. Don't make it very tough. So if I would keep a goal like 10 kilometers, I doubt I would feel like, I can do it. I keep it very easy. 2 kilometers, going on like a walking pace is very easy for me. So this is the new morning routine that I'm trying. Try it out and see how does it work out for you. It roughly takes around 1 to 2 hours for the whole thing to finish up and for me to kind of get into the money-making zone where, for the next 3 hours, that is what I structure. So what I'm doing right now is kind of indirectly related to the money-making criteria because that's why I'm making these videos. So anyway, this is my new morning routine. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you have any tips, tricks, suggestions, or ideas, I'd love to hear from you. Thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't like the video. Give me your comments. This is Lloyd from LloydMachedo.com. Signing off for now. Take care.